This is the Honda HR-V, a funky and youthful crossover that aims to steal customers away from cars such as the Kia Seltos, Nissan Kicks and Toyota CHR. With a starting price of 59,900 dirhams in the UAE, it is the cheapest amongst its rivals. But let us jump right into the review and find out everything else that makes the HR-V so very special. Now, some of you may remember the Honda Jazz hatchback that used to be sold in the UAE, and this HR-V shares a lot of its components with it. But before we proceed to the technical side of things, I'm sure some of you may be wondering, what does HR-V really stand for? High Rider Revolutionary Vehicle. Keeping aside the fact that it sounds like a transformer, we are under attack. Release the High Rider Revolutionary Vehicle. It is a strange name because the HR-V is neither high nor very revolutionary. But let us keep that aside for the marketing guys to fight over and talk more about what it feels like to drive. Powering the HR-V is a 1.8-litre 4-cylinder engine that churns out 140 horsepower and 172 Newton meters of torque, making it one of the most powerful amongst its rivals. This power is pushed through a CVT transmission which Honda has adapted by adding 7 steps to mimic the shifting pattern of a 7-speed automatic transmission. But although the HR-V is one of the most powerful amongst its rivals, fuel efficiency is its focus and it makes its objective pretty clear. For starters, there's an illuminated ring around the speedometer that changes color depending on the way you are driving. If you are driving efficiently, it lights up green. But step on the accelerator pedal and it quickly turns blue to remind you that you are not driving as efficiently as possible. In addition to this, there is an eco drive mode that softens the response of the accelerator pedal by not allowing the car to respond as urgently as it normally would. Both these technologies come together to claim that the HR-V can achieve up to 16.9 kilometers per litre. And while I'm sure that's possible in ideal conditions, my average from driving over the past 4 days has been approximately 12 kilometers per litre. It's lesser than the claimed average, but still impressive nonetheless. From an interior design and quality perspective, the HR-V does not fare as well as its rivals, and that is mainly down to the amount of hard plastic all around the cabin. Since this is the full option model, it does come with a leather interior, and extra points to Honda for trying to make it livelier with a two-tone color scheme. But sadly, that isn't enough to match the level of refinement that some of the HR-V's rivals offer. Just like the Jazz that it is based on, there's way more space in the back of the HR-V than anyone could imagine. Headroom is good, legroom is great, and since these are Honda's magic seats, they do fold upwards to give you extra storage space to store taller items. But while all of this is extremely cool, I really wish the HR-V came with rear AC vents, because in a region as hot as the Middle East, those seated in the back of cars such as the Kia Seltos and Nissan Kicks are bound to be more comfortable. In terms of features, the HR-V does have its quirks, but we'll get to those in just a moment. First, let us take a look at all that it has to offer. On the safety side of things, there's traction control, a tire pressure monitoring system, emergency brake assist, in addition to airbags and all the other usual stuff, which come together to give the HR-V a 5-star Euro NCAP safety score. On the comfort and convenience side of things, there's a panoramic roof, cruise control, Bluetooth telephony, rear parking sensors, and a rear view camera with 3 different angles. But by far, my absolute favorite feature are these multi-purpose cup holders that can accommodate everything from a supersized glass of Coke to a small cup of tea and everything in between without spilling it. Now, let us talk about the quirks, and they mainly revolve around the infotainment screen. At first, it does seem quite impressive. It's got a photo gallery, the option to play video off a USB, Android Auto, and even Apple CarPlay. But the resolution is very low and it does look very aftermarket. But That is not all, because when you scroll through the settings, there are some very interesting options. The first of which is the defeat button. Now, I'm not sure what exactly it does, but I did mention that this car is a lot like a transformer. And so, it can only mean one thing. High rider, revolutionary vehicle, defeat the enemy! The other quirk is to do with the language settings. There's English, and then there's something known as India English, which when selected, changes the accent of the voice command system to the strongest Indian accent I have heard in a while.
Please say your command. Please say again.
And while I can't decide if it's funny or racist, I'm not even sure why it exists, because the HRV is built in Thailand. Shouldn't it have Thai English, if anything? From a design perspective, the HRV scores pretty well, and that is because it looks different and unlike anything else out there. A few cool touches are the dark chrome grille that extends over the LED headlights, 17-inch alloy wheels, deep lines embedded into the bodywork for a more sporty appeal, and not to forget the concealed rear door handles. At the back, there is a roof-mounted spoiler with a stop lamp, LED taillights, and a chrome exhaust pipe. Boot space measures in at 448 litres, which is the biggest when compared to the Kia Seltos, Nissan Kicks and Toyota CHR. With this full option HRV coming in at 87,900 dirhams in the UAE, it is your mindset that will determine whether you buy one or not. If you are of the opinion that all Korean cars are crap, then you will be happy to learn that the HRV is one of the best amongst its Japanese rivals. But if you are not of the opinion that all Korean cars are crap, then you should probably go check out the Kia Seltos, because as an all-rounder, it simply has a lot more to offer. Thanks for watching.